Right then, here we have our Hunter F.Mk 6 to 9 Italeri kit 1 in 48 scale. So I'm going to get on with this in-box review of this kit now. Right then, starting off with, as usual, our instructions. Lots and lots of different languages going on here. You got a little tiny bit of a paragraph kind of going on about the actual aircraft. I'll put these decals aside a sec. Looking through the instructions, they do seem, shall we say, nice, quite easily self-explanatory. It looks like we've got some nice air intakes going on here. Hopefully it won't be too tricky to get nice seamless intakes. Looks like we don't, oh, we need to put a 20-gram weight as well in the front of the nose, so just remember to that, because I forget that a few times. Got quite a few drill holes to drill in for our pylons and stuff by the looks of it. Apart from that, does seem quite self-explanatory. It's nice, easy. I mean, looks like you've got some nice flaps that you can have at different angles as well by the looks of it. So there's no need to do any sawing there. You can have air brakes open or closed as well. Moving through the usual landing gear up or down. It does say here actually to put your decals down before you put parts 7 and 6 down. So just remember that as well, because you don't want to have to try and cut around these two little parts that go over what looks like the roundels. And it looks like we've got a nice array of weapons, okay? And actually it's quite nice when they do things like this, where they actually really kind of show you all the different options of weapons and that can go on the pylons. I do like that. And then it looks like we've got quite a few decals. This is like the common decals, like your stencils. Looks like there's quite a few to go through there. And then this is what I love about this kit, is you've got a massive array of decaling options. Okay, there's 6 in total, which is actually the most I've ever seen in a out-of-the-box kit. First one up is the Royal Air Force F.Mk 9 number 45 squadron, and then you've got another Royal Air Force F.Mk 6 number 56 squadron. Moving along, you've then got the Royal Dutch Air Force 352nd squadron. You've then got the Swiss Air Force F.Mk 58 45 squadron. The last two, you've got a nice interesting one, the Indian Air Force F.Mk 56 number 14 squadron, and then the Singapore Air Force F.Mk 74 144 squadron. So real big option there for different countries, different markings. Really great kind of extra, shall we say, that you get with that. Next up is the decals. Now the decals look really nice. They look quite glossy, lots of different colours, looks all nicely in registry, and I like the way they space them out into the different sections. For example, you've got your common decals here, your stencils, and then you've got, like, it gets cut into different sections of all the different markings that you can get for this kit. And it does say it's printed by cartographer, so we know, again, cartographer, the best you can get. You can't go wrong with them. Really nice. Moving along in this kit, our first set of sprues, which is our fuselage section, and I must say it looks really impressive, because to be honest with you, I mean, I've done a few Italeri kits and they're not exactly, shall we say, the best, but this particular kit, the plastic feels very nice, very smooth as well. It is good to have some nice smooth plastic because it just helps with like the spraying, because you can get some plastics that are a bit rough and you need to give it an all-round sand. Not only that, I mean the recessed panel lining looks really crisp. I'm almost kind of like, this is like Hasegawa level kind of recessed panel lines. You've got a nice array of rivets as well. It looks nice and consistent. We do have a bit just on the belly side where the recessed panel line seems to fade a bit, but you're going to be sanding that area anyway to get a nice seam line, so you'll have to rescribe them in either way, but they look really nice and crisp. Wing section, again, you know, you can't help admire with this kit how smooth, neat the plastic is, how crisp, how consistent, how nicely detailed the recessed panel lines are, which I am actually impressed for Italeri. In fact, I think actually Italeri reboxed this kit, so I don't think this kit is actually made by Italeri. It's a rebox. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is, but I can't remember the manufacturer, but it is pretty sweet. Moving along, and I'm keeping the bags because I want to make sure this is all bagged up again and nicely packaged up, because this is actually a the October 2012 competition. Moving along, actually I'm going to keep this bag in here. It's 2 sprues, they're duplicates, and we've just got on here an array of weapons, all sorts of freefall bombs, rockets, that kind of stuff, a couple of pylons, and they do look the same kind of plastic detail as what we just saw. We've got another bag here, which I'm just going to open this up and we can have a good look. Okay, what we got. Right, in here we've got some elevators. Yep, elevators. Same sort of plastic work again as well. I mean, we've got no nasty ejection pin marks. We've got, I mean, there's just no flash going on with this. The detail, I mean, it is actually, it really does look an amazing kit. I did buy this kit, to be honest with you, and I was going to build this myself, but I just haven't got around to it, so I'm releasing it as a competition. And looking at this now, actually, I'd really like to build it, because it has got so much nice, crisp, neat detail going on with this. I think these are the air intakes. Looks like you're gonna, I don't know, it's because I think it is quite a big air intake, and you're potentially going to see in there quite a bit, so it might be a case of really trying to get the seam lines sorted inside the air intakes, but they look like they'll be quite good. There is actually a bit of ejector pin marks going on inside, so you'd have to sand them out as well, but looking really good. Now, the cockpit. Okay. Okay, it's looking a bit on the bland side, the cockpit is. Just trying to find the instrument panels. Maybe that was on a different sprue and I've missed it. Oh no, there it is. Right then, yeah. Okay, cockpit, it is looking a bit bland, but I do think you can actually get some sort of aftermarket part, where you normally can with pretty much all kits. Ejector seat looks, shall we say, okay. Okay, you might be able to get away with it. I mean, there is detail in there. It's not as bad as, say, the Hawk T1 trainer I just did, the red arrows. That was really bland. But this, I mean, you have got some detail. You could probably jazz it up a bit with a bit of scratch building, or you could go out and buy some aftermarket stuff. But again, everything on here just looks nice, crisp. Just no problems actually. It does look really nice. If this does actually fit together with no fit issues, actually it does really look like a very nice kit. Okay, inside here we have our clear parts. Okay, now I'm just looking at these, and again they look really nice, crisp, no flash, nice, neat. They look, shall we say, fairly shiny. Okay, I would come along and polish these up and give them that really nice glass finish, but they are just nice, neat, tidy. You cannot, I don't think you can really grumble with this kit. It really does look like you've got that nice kind of professional detail going on, and neatness and all that kind of stuff. And if this kit fits together with no major fit issues, this can really build up to a really nice kit. So what should I say about this kit in total? From what I've seen, it looks like a top-notch kit. I think it was something like £20–30. So we're not talking an expensive kit, but we are talking a well-detailed, nice panel line detail. The options of different aircrafts you can do is just six different types. The decals look lovely. So I'm gonna have to put this down as a definite recommendation to anyone to build. Okay, and although this is going off as a competition build, I've looked at it and I think I'm gonna buy this again and try and get around to doing this myself. I hope you've enjoyed this inbox review of the Hawk F.Mk 6-9 by Italeri 1/48 scale.